Hello and welcome back to Dreamwalker Tarot. My name is Dawn and this is the July reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mercury. We're going to use the Grand Tableau, the Normand Oracle deck, to do a 5-card spread for you guys. Not a card has come out yet. I'm still shuffling. Let's see what Spirit has for us. So 32 is the Moon card, which is an indication of secrets coming out. We just had a full moon in Capricorn that just happened. So some of you might have already had some secrets come out. I don't feel like it's something really super heavy, but at the center of your reading is the Heart card. So some of you might be finding out something about your relationship. Again, there's a child in the midst of this, and so the person that you might be finding out is, you might be finding out that you're having a child, that someone that you know is having a child, someone that you have a deep affection and love for, or you might be finding out something about your own child that you have. I feel like everything is kind of like in obscurity right now. It's being hidden. I feel like it might be hidden on purpose. There's like a lack of clarity here with the stars, and then there's also the moon. So there's like a lot of hidden information here regarding someone that you have like a deep affection for, a deep love for, right? So someone that you feel that way about could be potentially hiding a pregnancy. Some of you might be afraid that someone is hiding a child from you. Like, I feel like intuitively speaking, you might know it, or intuitively speaking, you might feel like someone is hiding a pregnancy from you. But ultimately, I mean, there isn't really like a hard feeling about it, because the combination of the moon and the clover is an indication that you're really, it's a really like it's a joyous type of thing. It's like a really happy type of energy. So you're not necessarily taking it to heart or taking it badly, or if you find out about it, I don't feel like you're going to be upset that the person kept it from you. For some of you, there is a type of energy related to this heart card. That means that you're not necessarily taking a relationship too seriously. Like, it feels like it might be something new. It feels like a new type of relationship that you might be kind of like open to. There's an opportunity for love, but it just feels very like lighthearted and very compassionate on an energetic level, which is kind of like your energy. Like, I feel like sometimes you guys can come off as being like kind of considered to be young, like you act young, or you act silly, but it's like you don't necessarily take things too deeply until you do take them deeply, right? And so right now it feels like it might be like in the beginning stages of like a romance with someone that might be younger than you, or acts a little bit immature, but you're not necessarily taking it that seriously. Some of you have a child that is kind of like reaching out to you, or really kind of like expressing their need or desire to have more affection, or be more affectionate towards you. Or you might be dealing with someone, again, like I said, a new relationship, but that person is like really kind of like experienced when it comes to relationships. They may not be telling you that. They might be acting like it's not a big deal, but I really feel like at the heart of it, it's because of the fact that they're this relationship is like, has like a new energy to them, but they're really not like used to it. It's like a new type of vibe for them. And then with the star and the child card here, some of you might be secretly wishing to be pregnant, kind of like hoping, having hopes to have a child. I feel like you're kind of like wishing for it or hoping for it or really kind of like anticipating that. And so like you're in that space where you're wishing for it, hoping. I feel like some of you might be pregnant already, or you're hoping that you're pregnant, or you're kind of like in that space where you're like looking forward to that, bringing that new childlike energy into your life, into your relationship. Yeah, so let's see what the cards have in store. We're going to take a look at the traditional Rider-Waite and see what that has to say. I already shuffled these, so we're just going to go ahead and ask. So what is in store for Gemini this month? What is currently happening for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising? What is the current situation? Okay. So here we have the 10 of Swords. So it feels like this is something that happened in the past, right? So you had like a painful ending, or you felt betrayed by someone, or you felt let down by someone. There was like a ultimate loss or ending in your life. And I feel like that was in the past. And so now you're like in that period where you're kind of like, you know, kind of recovering and trying to get yourself together so that you can move forward. Some of you might have here lost a pregnancy and really kind of like trying to move past that, to get over that. And others of you are kind of had a loss, and you might not necessarily be trying to like let that go, or you're like having a hard time letting it go or moving on from that. What is what is crossing the 10 of Swords for Gemini? What is crossing the 10 of Swords for Gemini this month? Yeah, so the 10 of Cups is crossing the Ace of Cups is crossing the 10 of Swords, which is, it feels like there was supposed to be a new start, the opportunity for a new start, the opportunity for a new beginning, something that was going to fill you up on an emotional level, and it feels like it got cut short, right? So there's that. But I feel like this is the opportunity for a new beginning here, that this, whatever it was that was cut short and was taken from you or ended in a very painful way, there is the opportunity for a new start now moving forward. So don't resist that, okay? This is an opportunity to be emotionally fulfilled, or to, you know, to be in that state where you feel emotionally fulfilled. And I don't think that you should resist that opportunity, right? Especially if it's coming in the form of something new. Even if you're inexperienced with it, you know, take that step forward. In the past, the card that comes out for you is the 2 of Wands. So it did feel like it was a new start. I feel like you were planning for something. You were planning for something to happen, and it feels like it got cut short. And so that's why I feel like there's a level of disappointment here attached to that, which is difficult, what's making it difficult for you to kind of move forward. What is in Gemini's conscious realm this month is the 4 of Wands. So some of you realize that you might, in your conscious realm, the 4 of Wands is an indication that you might feel like you don't really have the stability that you want or that you need. So for some of you, this is like emotional stability. Like you might not be emotionally stable to kind of like deal with, it's weird, to deal with this. What is the clarification for the 4? Yeah, so for some of you, this could be dealing with like yeah, it could be dealing with this child here, just feeling like you're not emotionally stable enough to kind of like deal with this gift of a child that might be presented to you. But for some of you, this is not all of you. I kind of feel like this thing that was taken away from you, this opportunity for a new beginning and a new growth that was a new emotional aspect of your life that was taken away from you. I feel like you might, like I said, a lot of this is like secret energy surrounding this reading with the moon card and the stars card and having this new beginning with this child. And some of you, I feel like you are pregnant and you're not telling it, because the Four of Wands is also an indication of personal celebration. And so this feels like you're celebrating this new opportunity that's been given to you. And so you're in like a transitionary period with that. And so that's kind of like what it feels like is happening on a conscious level, right? I feel like you're consciously keeping this secret. So what is at the unconscious level? Yeah. There's still this element here of you kind of, I don't want to say worrying, but really just focused on what you lost as opposed to what is being given to you, right? This card is like a card that is talking about like crying over spilled milk. Here in the background, you know, you have you focused on the 3 cups that are, you know, spilled over, but here there are 2 cups that are being offered to you and you're not paying it any mind because you're really just focused on the loss. And so I feel like a lot of this is you trying to like battle between those 2 feelings of really kind of like dealing with the gifts that are being given to you, but also kind of like struggling with the fact that you might lose the gift, or the fact that you have lost the gift in the past and don't want to lose it again. And so weird. What is the outcome for Gemini this month? What is the outcome for Gemini this month? Right. So it feels like ultimately you're going to be working. There's something that you got to work on. It's something that you have to work on. You have to work on taking a lighthearted approach here. Work on taking a lighthearted approach. Don't necessarily look or focus on, you know, the things that you've lost or the painful endings in your past. When you have the opportunity and when the opportunity is being presented to you for you to have a new start or for you to have a new beginning, focus on the work that needs to go into sustaining the things that you have now, the things that you have in front of you, and really putting in energy and effort into working to make those things better, or kind of working to bring your dreams into reality, right? This card is also a card about self-mastery. And I feel like for you, it is really, really about mastering your energy, mastering your emotions, really focusing on developing yourself, working on not trying to just like, you know, feel like everything has to be perfect. I really feel like it's about you learning how to take a lighthearted approach about certain things, and to not take things too seriously, and to not like kind of like push the good things out of your life because you're so busy harping on the bad things or the potential for something bad to happen. Because I feel like when you do that, you kind of invite that energy into your life, right? So the energy should really be on focusing on how to master yourself on an emotional level, but also working on mastering a skill set that you might have that you might want to working on personal development, working on, you could really be putting your energy into working on establishing a new business venture, putting your energy into your creative works or your, things that you want to create, rather than focusing on the things that you lost. You can be working on creating the newness that you want in your life, right? And as far as Gemini energy goes, I feel like Gemini energy is can be really distracted sometimes where sometimes even though the will is there, I feel like the input into the situation is not there, because you get so caught up in being like a perfectionist, or you get caught up in focusing on one thing here and then kind of like shifting your focus into something else. And so if you put your focus into one thing, I feel like you can develop something that will sustain you, but something that can also distract you from the negative thoughts that you have kind of like cycling around in your mind. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull the shamanic healing advice from the shamanic healing oracle deck for you guys. What is the advice? Oh, it fell already. Oh, you can focus on psychic development. How about that? Well, that's something to focus on. That is something to develop. I like that. Psychic development. Nice. The energy and healing work you are doing now will enable you to heighten your sensitivity to the energy around you and others. This will assist you in developing discernment. Discernment is the feeling you get in your body that signals to you whether something feels right or wrong, your sixth sense, your gut feeling. The situation you are inquiring about is asking you to use your discernment. You do not need to take on another's energy, yet you do not want to close yourself off out of fear. Envision energy flowing through you like water, taking on too much and you can sink. Closing yourself off offers a very different energetic experience. When you let the water energy flow as it will and neither embrace it or fight it, you are truly in the flow. Remaining at this elevated energetic vibration will allow you to tap into the realms of the psyche. Alternately, this card can signify a pull to take classes, workshops, or read books about psychic development. So yeah, I mean, this is really about like self-mastery, like I said, really tapping into your intuition. For some of you, I feel like you might be psychically inclined. And so now is a really good time to focus on developing your psychic abilities. Or if you are intuitively inclined, you might want to focus on what you're being intuitively led towards working on as a project, or focusing on a goal for yourself. I feel like some of you might be a certain business venture might be kind of like tugging at you and you're really kind of like ignoring it. And so I feel like you need to tune into what Spirit is trying to tell you. But yes, so the ultimate card here for advice is for psychic development, and I really love that for you guys. Okay, so that is the end of the reading for you guys this month. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for post notifications. Share the video with a friend who you feel could benefit from the video. And also leave a comment below and let me know how this is kind of working out for you this month. I'd really love to hear it. Thank you so much for being here again, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.